Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a great day today. So apparently, DMCA is out to arrest content creators for using copyrighted music. So if you think I'm crazy, last week or so, an article was published titled, Twitch streamers could be facing jail time for using copyrighted music, or even snippets of copyrighted music. Say for example, you played a snippet of like Holiday or something. You could technically be facing jail time with felony charge, or at least that's what U.S. Senator Tom Tillis wants to happen. Now, Tom Tillis, if you don't know who he is, he's basically the senator of North Carolina. He wants to have a law written and enforced where it basically attacks on it indirectly attacks content creators, because content creators, like especially streamers and like people on TikTok, they use copyrighted music for some of their like streams or like some of their TikTok videos. So that means that TikTok creators or Twitch streamers or even YouTubers, they could technically face jail time. Like, that's so unfair. Like, you're targeting content creators for no reason. And if you think about it, most of the people writing these laws are men in like their late 80s or early 90s who don't know what the even email is because they're afraid that their email is going to get like hacked or something. Like, why would you write a law without having some reasoning behind the law? Like, if it's to arrest people who are purposely doing it, I can see that. If it's to arrest people who are doing it indirectly and don't even know the song they're playing is copyrighted, that's a little unfair. Because if you think about it, and like, I'm not sure how many people that are content creators, like popular content creators or just like streamers in general. There's a lot of content creators. I think this law only applies to the US, but if it's international, this could mean the end of using streaming, like music and streams. So that means you'll have to hear like background noise. That's fine to streamers who are already using like background noise, like their own music or like just their voice, like they don't have any music. But to the streamers who grew mainly because of how relaxed their streams are because of the music they use, that can just be rude because they grew their fan base and they probably have to shut it down if this law ever gets written just because some senator wants to arrest people with a felony charge. You can get a felony charge, or at least that's what the article says, for using copyrighted music even on accident. So I saw Penguin Zero make a video on this, and I decided to not steal his idea. So credits to Penguin Zero for the video. He basically said use on like Twitter and like any form of social media hashtag stop DMCA, because it's basically trying to stop all content creation platforms. Because some people, say you're playing Cyberpunk, there's a streamer mode, but for some reason on the streamer mode, a few songs that are copyrighted still play. So what if a streamer's playing that? They won't be able to have game audio enabled. Like, they'll have to have like audio from like their Elgato or like their computer disabled when streaming, just because they can run at risk of getting arrested. So if you don't know what DMCA is, it's basically COPPA before music. So you can't use copyrighted music regardless on YouTube if you're monetized, especially because I think you can run risk of demonetization on that video or your channel in total. But DMCA was fine before that. It really didn't interfere with the whole content creation program. Every now and then a content creator would get terminated or something for like purposely re-uploading copyrighted music. But there was really no need for it back then. Still isn't today, because most sites, like YouTube especially, have a good enough copyright system. Yeah, it gets annoying with like the false claims, especially on YouTube and such, but you do not get sentenced to a year in prison with a felony charge. You just get the money you made on that video, if it was copyright claimed, sent to the copyright owners. But let's read what the article has to say. So it starts off with saying the DMCA is back, and U.S. Senator Thom Tillis, I think that's how you pronounce it, has proposed a bill that could potentially give influencers and content creators jail time over copyright offenses. This year has been a bad year for Twitch when it comes to the DMCA, and music companies have continued to crack down on music used on the platform. While the situation continues to unfold, one senator in the U.S. Congress has thrown himself into the fold. Tom Tillis, a Republican senator from North Carolina, has proposed a new punishment for anyone infringing on copyright online. The proposal would mean potential jail time for anyone using copyrighted music on Twitch streams, YouTube videos, and Instagram stores. So basically that means if you use copyrighted music on like Twitch streams, YouTube videos, Instagram stores, and I think TikTok, you're technically fucked. So as you could see, Tom Tillis wants people, whoever are streaming any form of content with copyrighted music, to possibly be in jail, even if it's on accident. And if you think about it, it's similar to probation. It sounded good first. Well, I'm not comparing this to probation on how it sounds. I'm comparing it to how it was enforced, because there was barely any cops that were actually enforcing the probation law because they weren't getting paid. So how would it even be enforced? It'd mainly be impossible because you need to set up a new branch of law enforcement for Twitch streams and such, who need to watch hours upon hours of Twitch streams, Instagram stores, and YouTube videos to see if there's any copyrighted content. So basically, Tom Tillis is just saying fuck you to content creators. And I'm not even sure this law will get passed because it's a ridiculous law. He basically just wants people to end up in jail, like more people to end up in jail. That's what he's basically trying to get from this. More people in jail. So with that, I am going to end the video here. Now, before the video does end, I do want to say again, I will leave hashtag free DMCA in the description so you can just copy it, post it on like any form of social media like Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, any form of social media to get the word out about this situation, because this cannot happen. If it happens, it will practically ruin YouTube forever. Not just YouTube, but also a bunch of other social media platforms. Like, it will ruin them forever. Like, we might not even get to do what we want to anymore. Like, we might have to work normal 9 to 5 hour jobs. Not 9 to 5 hour, but 9 to 5 jobs. This is mainly important to like bigger influencers who have a large following, because they might not be able to do their jobs anymore. And if they don't do their jobs, they might get unpaid. Like, they might get demonetized or something. Like, they won't get money. It just makes no sense, and I'm pretty sure you can agree. But with that, I'll see you tomorrow, and I am out.